bin day, and residents in Altham are taking cover as mischievous seagulls plague their village.
They're more than mischievous, they're vile.
GB News reporter Sophie Reaper is there in Lancashire to give us the full story. What mayhem is being caused, Sophie, by these flying rats?
Well, we've been up to the landfill site this morning, and I have to say the seagulls were out in full force. This is something that's affecting businesses, it's affecting homes, it's affecting the local residents. So joining me now is one of those local residents, David. Now, I know you've lived in the area your whole life, David, haven't you? How has the opening of this site changed this local area?
It's changed it a lot. I've noticed more recent last few years there's been a lot more rubbish actually visible on the side of the roads, behind the fence where the landfill is, and it just looks a mess. As well as, luckily the smell doesn't get us where we live, but the residents who are closer, is you drive by and it's absolutely horrendous. The smell and the amount of seagulls and the amount of rubbish that is dumped and strewn in the hedgerows, behind the fences, it's visible to everybody and it's a right mess.
Now, I know the rubbish is something that's particularly plaguing you, isn't it? And so much so that you've organised a litter picking group, haven't you? Talk to me about that.
Yeah, litter got so bad that I thought something needs to be done about it. So a couple of years ago, I organised several people who were volunteers, and they took on the roles themselves to target different places around Huncourt. Now, it has made a big difference, but there's still more litter that we can't get to behind the scenes where the landfill is that Sue is on, and they seem to take no responsibility for either side of the fence, whether it's our side or their side. It's all just a mess.
Now, obviously there's a campaign with local residents tipped over the edge. Residents have had enough. What would you like to see happen, just quickly?
First thing, I think they need to stop the closer tipping to the residents. They've got to move that, they've got to stop that immediately. It's affecting all the residents so close, with the seagulls, the bird droppings, the smell, the litter. They should close that that's close to the residents immediately, move it back, and then eventually look towards closing the site completely.
David, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I just want to quickly read out some rights of reply that we've had from the site managers, site operators, I should say, Suez. They say, we are responsible operator and recognise the inconvenience the birds cause when they're here. We would like to assure residents that we are actively working to deter the seagulls, and we will continue to take advice from Natural England to alleviate the problem for our neighbours. An Environment Agency spokesperson has also told GB News, we're taking action to ensure the operator Suez addresses issues at Winnie Hill landfill site and recognise the distress the odour and gulls are causing the members of the community. We will continue to carry out our regulatory inspections and keep working with Suez to ensure the site is compliant with its environmental permits. But clearly, this is still a huge issue for the people of Altham.
Okay, thank you, Sophie. She does a brilliant job.
She does, and those words will not reassure the residents one bit.
No.
It's Wednesday.
Talking of falling excrement, it's PMQs today.
Let's go over to Westminster.